How good is the mulloway fishing on the far south coast right now? Absolutely spectacular. It's Leaf here with this week's Boss Outdoor Fishing Report. How's the bust-ups in the lake? Well, isn't there fish everywhere at the moment? The fishing's been spectacular. Whether you're chasing flathead, snapper, or even on the marlin, I think you're going to come up trumps this week. So let's go straight to Jamari with a beach fishing report.
The water's cooled down quite a lot along the beaches and headlands. There's definitely still salmon around and lots of tailor. With this rain runoff that we've had in the past few weeks, the water in the estuaries has gone not brown, but sort of tea coloured, and that tailor love that sort of tea coloured water. So on low tide or a dropping tide around the river mouths, you will find lots of tailor and onto the beaches as well. So with this colder water, the bream and whiting on the beaches have slowed down. Whiting in particular like a lot warmer water. So it is looking like it's going to warm up again by the end of the month. Yeah, so you should see good catches of bream and whiting as this water warms up. So the time of day for these jewfish isn't everyone's cup of tea. I've been going out lately to a few different places and getting up to 10 fish in a session, but fishing for a long time. And I was actually just having a look through my camera roll earlier today, and most of the times of the photos that I've taken of these fish are at like between 12 and 5 a.m. So early hours of the morning. And most of those sessions are fishless casts, hours of nothing, and then all of a sudden you catch 5 at once. So if you get up and put the hours in, you will catch a few fish.
Yeah, thanks Jamari. Well, that is some world-class mulloway fishing. You don't want to miss out on that action. But if that's not your thing and you want to go out wide, you're not going to be disappointed either. The marlin fishing at the moment is red hot. There's a good bite from pretty much straight out the front of Merimbula all the way to north of Bermagui. Definitely worth a shot all the way along the inside of that shelf. The bait's a little bit scattered down south and stacking up a little bit better sort of up Burmy and Narooma. But yeah, most boats are coming home flying a flag or two. So definitely worth a shot out on the marlin. So the water out on the shelf where they're catching the marlin on the inside edge of that shelf is sort of 22 to 23 degrees. So prime conditions, not too much current either, about 1 knot of current. So yeah, you'll get your marlin out there. It's nice clear water, nice blue water out there till you get into about 60 meters, and then it's pretty green on the inside. So anywhere from 60 meters in is pretty green water and doesn't look that great. But we're still seeing some pretty good fishing. Coming in onto the reefs and stuff, the snapper have been really good. Plenty of snapper, plenty of mowong, not great, not big fish, but still plenty of them. So that's been really good. The flathead off the sand in about sort of 40 to 50 meters has been really good. And then again in sort of 25, 30 meters, there's been some good pockets in there as well. So if it comes up windy, don't be afraid to come in close, get out of that wind and catch them in 25 or 30 meters. So the marina jetty just opposite Boss Outdoor remains to be one of the best places to start your estuary fishing. We've just been here filming for 5 minutes, checking out all the salmon busting up on the surface. There's heaps of bream underneath the pylons and blackfish, so definitely a good place to start your fishing. With a bit more on the estuary, let's shoot to Jamari.
So dirty water in an estuary is a controversial topic. Some anglers love it, some hate it. I personally like it. I think flathead really like it. And I've had a few really good sessions on trevally in an estuary that has dirty tea-coloured water. As it starts to clear up, a lot of those mulloway that I mentioned earlier on the beaches will move back up into the estuary systems. Billy Hughes caught a nice mulloway just this past week up in the Merimbula system here. If you are wanting to go chase them in this system here, an incoming tide is best. And just plastics around the weed edges, as you would for flathead, that same sort of thing. I like the top of the tide, so that last bit of the push in to the slack, that's when I'd target them. So, fishing the estuary when the water's dirty. Personally, the last few hours of a run out tide, as you get that all the dirtiest water will be up the back of the estuary. As it pushes out on the last of the run out, that's where I like to be, at the front of the system, just to get that last bit of dirty push. I've had many good trevally sessions on that last bit of the run out tide when the water's been dirty. And also the flathead in the channel, same as usual, they'll all sit along the channel on a run out tide waiting for stuff to get flushed out. Particularly when the water's like this and we've had a rain runoff. All the bait in the upper reaches gets pushed down the creeks into the basin, and then as the tide drains, it all gets flushed out. So the front there on a run out tide is where I'd go. So as for rock fishing this past week, hasn't been great. The water's been cold from all this dirty runoff that we've had from the rain. However, looking forward into next week, we've got light winds at the start of the week. It's clearing up slowly at the moment. We've had a good run of southerly wind this week, it does clear the water up and warms it up. So heading into next week, it should warm up, and those bonito frigate and all your small pelagics should come back.
Yeah, cheers, Jamari. So Friday, tomorrow looks really good, some great conditions, and then pretty warm over the weekend with maybe a little bit of wind, so you might have to stick in a bit closer or fish those estuaries. And then Monday through on the start of next week looks really good. Flat conditions, not much wind, looks amazing, so get out there amongst that. Let's shoot to the shop for our deal of the week. So with X-Wraps accounting for most of the mulloway caught off the beach this week, let's do 30% off if you come in store and mention that you watch the fishing report on all X-Wrap lures. So I want to have a big shout out to Ando. Ando's been doing our fishing report now for nearly 12 months, and he's built it into what it is. All you guys love it. There's heaps of likes, heaps of shares. It really has helped our social media and our store, and all of you guys catch fish. So unfortunately, Buddha's not going to be with us anymore. So we're going to try our best to keep bringing you this fishing report. But yeah, thanks heaps, Buddha, for the job that you've done in bringing this fishing report to what it is today. We love seeing what you guys are up to each week, so keep sending in those videos and pictures. We'll try and put them into our fishing report. So if there's anything else that you need to know, whether it's fishing, camping, or anything outdoors, come into Boss Outdoor so we can hook you up.